Well, the Patriots were shut out by the Saints 34-0 here at Gillette Stadium today. I'm Meredith Gorman, joined with our Nesson Patriots beat reporter Zach Cox. Zach, the Patriots' struggles to execute continue. Do you think there's a way out after this Week 5 loss?
If there is, I'm struggling to see it. This is now back-to-back, just humiliating losses for the Patriots. There's really no other way to put it. These were their two most lopsided losses of the Bill Belichick era, and they happened in back-to-back weeks. I mean, even the one in Dallas last week, you can kind of write it off and say, wow, that was just a terrible game. Mac Jones made some really uncharacteristic mistakes. They'll get back on the horse against a very beatable opponent in the Saints this week. That didn't happen. They were roundly outplayed in every facet of the game. They've been outscored 72-3 over the last two games. They've allowed 69 consecutive points. They haven't scored a touchdown since the second quarter of the Jets game. Everything is going wrong for this Patriots team, and the issues are so myriad, so widespread that you can't even really put your finger on anything saying, okay, if they fix this, they'll be okay. It's just a mess everywhere right now.
And it's the second straight game that Mac Jones has been benched and Bailey Zappi has seen playing time. We heard players say after the game they do still have full confidence in Mac. Bill Belichick was still calling Mac his starter and said the problems were widespread beyond Mac. But how much do you buy that? Do you see Mac continuing to be the starter for weeks going forward? Or is this kind of him playing for his job right now?
I definitely don't know about weeks going forward because Mac Jones has not played well in these last two games. He's turned the ball over way too frequently. Some of the ones today weren't his fault. He had the interception late in the game that just bounced right off Ty Montgomery straight to a Saints defender. But the early pick six was his fault. The fumble on the pitch, it looked like there was some sort of mistiming, miscommunication between him and Ramondre Stevenson. Mac Jones needs to play clean football. That's really kind of his calling card. That's what he has to do to be successful, and he certainly has not done that in the last couple of weeks. The problem for the Patriots is that I don't think Bailey Zappi would be an upgrade. He did not play especially well today when he subbed in, and the Patriots are left in a situation where they don't really have any good internal option at quarterback. So I don't think they should bench Mac Jones for Bailey Zappi because, I don't think he would be better, but that's really an indictment on this, just where this team is as a whole.
Yeah, and you see when we talk to players in the locker room, the guys at the podium, like there's no real direct fix that people have been able to pinpoint. It seems like they're like it just comes down to execution and preparation. But
it's not just Mac Jones' fault too, which is an important point to make. The offensive line has been terrible. The wide receivers aren't creating any separation. Patriots also lost Demario Douglas to an injury in this game. Lost Juju Smith-Schuster to one later in the game. Not that he was especially effective before that, but it's not a situation where just the quarterback is performing poorly. He has a very poor setup around him, but he also is performing poorly as well.
And, despite what the players have said at the press conferences and after the game, do you think that they still have faith in themselves, or can you kind of see their light starting to dim?
I think the lights are starting to dim. I think when you hear from players, you're getting a sense that there's something going on that they don't really know how to put their finger on. They've just seemed a little confused and flabbergasted almost when we're asking them what the cause of all of these troubles are. We talked to Kendrick Bourne after the game, and he said, we need more effort. We need to try harder. That's not really what you want to hear from a team that's 5 weeks into the season now. And it just goes back to my original point that there doesn't seem to be any kind of easy fix for this team. I don't even know if I'd be able to create a list of 5 things that this team needs to change to get back on track, which, again, is a really troubling sign for them with still, 11, 12 weeks to go in the season?
For sure. Can only hope the Patriots are able to turn it around. They'll be back here on Monday, tomorrow, as they get ready for another road trip heading to Las Vegas. Make sure to follow along with Nesson for all of your Patriots updates. We'll be here in Foxborough all week. Thanks, Zach.
Thank you.
PNC Bank, helping to make banking easier.